Distinguished co-facilitators, to meet the ambitious objectives of the Sustainable Development Agenda, it is imperative that the follow-up and review process demonstrates the same level of ambition. Therefore, it must be informed and set against internationally agreed norms and standards, which ultimately underpins the post-2015 framework, such as international human rights commitment and ILO labor standards. It should reaffirm the spirit of the 1986 UN Declaration on the Right to Development, and in particular, that the right to development is an inalienable human right. This should be reflected in the indicators. They must be right-based and consider implementation of the perspective of both duty bearers and right holders. Member states should report on the implementation of all targets, including the so-called means of implementation target. Global accountability, Your Excellency, is crucial to ensure fairer and more equitable governance in development, which ensures better policy coherence for development. The HLPF, as the main body for review at global level, should seek to integrate existing accountability mechanisms. We highlight the ILO framework as a living example on how accountability mechanisms can work at global level through to the national level. The ILO supervisory mechanism should be replicated, or at the very least, inform the global accountability mechanism and national review systems of the International Development Agenda. At the national level, the review process must be genuinely participatory. In this light, social dialogue, which brings together the social partners, employers and workers' organizations, is an excellent example of how to ensure ownership of policy processes at the national level. Following this, Your Excellencies, where there is reference to business, there should also be reference to labor. Finally, we insist on effective mechanisms to hold business accountable. We are concerned that the biggest interest of involving business in development relates to investment in infrastructure, the delivery of aid through private partners, and a wholesale promotion of PPPs. On the latter, we insist that PPPs be excluded entirely from the delivery of public services like education, health, and water and sanitation. In sectors where PPPs are considered, however, they must be subject to intense scrutiny and review, follow strict guidelines, and demonstrate added value over traditional forms of public procurement. Therefore, a follow-up and renew mechanism must include provisions which assess private sector's contributions